as consumers. I mean, you know, Dr. Rupi's given us some brilliant ideas about how we can reduce our food waste, for instance. But we can also make more active choices with our finances, so we can change the way that we bank. We can, you know, invest our pension in more climate-friendly firms. And actually, those changes can be just as, if not more powerful in the long term. And I think there's this myth that all financial companies are the same. You know, what's the point in doing anything because they're all as bad as each other, and what difference can I make? But actually, not all banks are the same. Some are doing things a bit differently. And ultimately, you know, the financial industry is not going to buck its ideas up unless we give it that kick up the bum. So I think it's about putting your money where your mouth is. And ultimately, the message is we've all got more choices than we think.
Yeah, and it's a simple change in a lot of ways. But how do we find out which banks are really ethical?
Good question, Kimberly. Well, I think you have to do your research, go online and consult those independent websites that can really verify the claims that are being made by banks today. Because obviously a lot of banks are talking a big game now. They're saying they're going to go net zero, but there is a risk that they could be greenwashing, which basically means pretending to be greener than they actually are.
Okay.
So you've got three types of ethical banks. Essentially, you've got a bank that can avoid investing in fossil fuels, tobacco and arms, such as Starling and the Cooperative Bank. You've also got building societies like Nationwide. These are mutuals that are owned by their members, so they're not under those same pressures from shareholders to make profits, and they can concentrate more on investing back into the community. And then if you want to go to the next level, you've got your really hardcore ethical banks like Triodos and Charity Bank, and they put their money only into businesses that have a positive environmental or social impact. And remember, you can change your bank account in 7 days at no cost and have all your direct debits moved over. It's as easy as anything.
I just feel like this is something that many of us have not even thought about, so this is so interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. And is there an easy way to find out then about your bank?
Yeah, absolutely. So two resources that I really trust are Ethical Consumer and Good With Money, because they're independent and they can really check out whether or not your bank is ethical or not.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's move on. Pensions. You can do a similar thing with them?
Yeah, absolutely. So when we put our money into a pension fund, we may not be aware that that money is then being invested in businesses and infrastructure across the world, and that money can be worth collectively billions of pounds.
Wow.
So just think, if all that cash got shifted into firms that are helping to solve climate change, just think what difference that would make.
Absolutely.
In fact, pension experts reckon that if we move our money into climate-friendly funds, then actually that could make 21 times more of a difference than, say, giving up flying or going vegetarian. It's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, again,
when you explain it like that.
Yeah, it seems so simple and so worth doing. But again, I think we all just need that direction. Like, what's the best route to go to change to a greener pension?
Well, someone's come to our rescue, and it's somebody who's a little bit of an unlikely figure. It's Richard Curtis.
The Richard Curtis.
Yeah, the Richard Curtis.
He's always doing good, isn't he?
He is,
I love him.
Absolutely. And so he set up this campaign called Make My Money Matter. You can go to their website and you can find out how to contact your pension provider, and then they actually provide you with a template letter to send off to your pension provider, so you can really put some pressure on them to move into more climate-friendly funds in the future. So
and
that's
that
great.
looks pretty simple, that I think
So
most people would understand.
it's a template letter that you can just send off.
Yeah, they've done all the hard work for you.
Yeah, exactly.
They have. I know.
That's
That
what we
sounds
like.
absolutely brilliant. Really, really good advice there, and some great take-home.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was so interesting. Still to come today, the poppy appeal is underway.